Hello and welcome, Cosmic Quantum Travelers. I hope you're doing good. 11/11, because it's looking really, really good. I was guided to come on because I wanted to share more in connection also to the last update, as well as in preparation for the group call tomorrow for those who are taking part, and tie a few things together. And first of all, thank you so much for everyone who has come forth to support me, because I didn't quite expect it, because usually when I've been asking for support, I mean, it's not that, again, thank you so much for everybody who has supported me throughout in different ways, shapes, and forms. This is not just about money. I keep saying that, but still, I know it, the whole thing triggers the field and people, but it's for us to transcend it and understand that when we use money from a place of love, we transcend the black magic around it and all the attachments and all the what people sacrifice for money, or where we don't feel enough, or where we hang on to it. You know, it's like it's because it's energy. It's how, you know, they have enslaved us, so to say. So it's very important to transcend. Like I have always, you know, always given freely, especially when I had, you know, more money. And but still now, you know, like we play with the numbers, as I often do, and that also helps us transcend, again, our attachment to it. And any kind of attachment causes suffering. Again, it doesn't matter even if you're a billionaire, there's still, you know, you have a lot of things to worry about. You can't just walk the streets, you know, you can't just not have security and all of that stuff. Just saying, you know. Anyway, besides that, I could feel the shift in the field energetically in a really big way. So whatever, you know, if you felt a shift since yesterday, and especially those that have watched my last video, but again, when I speak, I'm being shown more and more, it's literally like, it's a broadcast to the one mind, in order to bring more reconciliation and coherence to it, no matter what's happening in the field and what's being triggered. It's all necessary. And again, I'm just really like the happy fool here, being a channel of whatever needs to be cleared and realigned in the field, even if sometimes that comes across a bit strong. That's just what's needed. It's an energetic transmission beyond anything else, all the words spoken. Because again, the 3D matrix reality, what does it remind you of? It's all inverted. People are lying, deceiving, manipulating. You know, it's like nobody has been in their true self. We have been part of that, which we have been nicely clearing. Amazing work, everyone. Where was I getting with that? I don't know. Anyway, the true self holds the key. The energies like the love bliss wave, tsunami, is here now. Surrender and dive all in. So we've been preparing ourselves. We needed a lot of rest over the last couple of days, to receive and anchor this light now that's going to come in. Love, light, truth, all interconnected. And again, thank you for anyone who sent me a donation, who made this transition into my new place for the next few days a bit more easy. After I had to push myself, because before I did the cosmic energy update yesterday, I had a group call with my group container, and so I was already tired, and I knew I had to still pack and clean the place up and everything, and I needed to get out early. So anyway, I had like 3 hours sleep. But after I finished everything and did the cosmic energy update, I then looked at Airbnb and found a place that's, I would call it quaint and quiet. And the funny thing is, it's again still in the middle of Dublin, but it's quiet, like the last place. Not too far away from the last place, because again, I've been very much working here and still have been guided to stay here, to also in regards to the activation on the 22nd now, with the Crystal Heart Grid Network that's here connected also to Karnak in Egypt. And I was also shown it's connected to also Giza, which is like the kind of heart hub of the planet, Stargate. And It's also connected to Canada and the Mary Michael lines there, because this has been hugely clearing the reversal networks that have been, again, running this anti-herogamic technology in the grids. And it's just all fully clearing and dissolving. There's just so much harmony in the field. There's so much love in the field between the twin flames, like all the, and again, it's ultimately happening with newborn consciousness. It's all of our judgments, self-judgments, ultimately, all of these traumas, wounds, the heart fully healing, which is clearing out fully the astral field and the heart space and this black heart affliction and all the sorrow. And I know this is also held a lot here in Dublin. I never was a big fan of Dublin. When I first moved to Ireland in 2008, October, and my mom is Irish, for those who don't know. But anyway, and I lived in and around London for 7 years before that. Anyway, what was I getting at? Again, I take these garden paths and I can't remember what I was talking about. Oh yeah, Ireland always has, like, Dublin is not kind of like, it's not a city I love particularly. So when I moved here, first I lived in the city. And since then, kind of on the outskirts and, you know, recently Wexford, whatever. And again, every grid point we are called towards, there's always, you know, a purpose to it. I know, like I was shown today, it's like, we are remembering we are the architect of the dream. I was shown, like, as I was standing here in this place. And again, what was happening was, like, I could, like, do a really nice transition also to this place, because I was able to check in early. So I didn't need to, you know, stand around somewhere for 3 or 4 hours with my bags or put them somewhere, whatever. So anyway, so it was really as nice and easy as it could go. And that's actually a message that's important. And I'm going all over the place. It's just the energies are so high. It's just what it is. You know, because the, whatever, a day and a half before, I was really just, I had to rest. And you know, when you just rest, and even though you need to do, for example, you need to do things in a 3D, time-wise, and time is fully dissolving, is that you're collapsing timelines or realities, like lower realities. So as long as you just relax, like, the answers come to you, literally. And it would be very easy to just tune in, as I then did, as long as I stayed calm and I just, you know, okay, even if it means I'm not going to sleep much, just, you know, ultimately, if you're running on source power, you know, it's not an issue to just sleep once for 3 hours or not at all for whatever. You know what I mean? Or do we still need rest and sleep anyway? But it's often like, you know, you rest, and then, like, in those, whatever, 5 hours, you're going to get everything done you wanted to get done within those 2 days you've been resting. And it's perfect. You know what I mean? Because it's outside of time. You need to go with the flow of the energies. Because if you push yourself when you're fully tired, it's not doing your multidimensional integration any good. And you're not going to get done as much as you want to get done. Like, it's going to take a lot longer, and you're not going to be happy. So you're not going to be in your highest frequency. So that's why it's important to sometimes just, you know, sometimes right to the end, just rest. If that's what your body needs, listen to it. Your body has its own intelligence. It's healing itself. When you're connected to source now, from the last call, we're literally fully tuned into source. Everything is being rehabilitated. We're here now. Okay. Again, if you want to take part in the call from the 22nd, today, tomorrow, depending when you listen to this, tomorrow, right? Today, definitely. They're quantum, truly. Okay. Even if you later on listen to this recording, I can highly recommend Quantum Access timelessly. They're really powerful. Like, it's always great to have as many people as possible live, obviously. It just amplifies it in the now moment. But I know that even if you decide to take part later, you're still going to be multidimensionally there. And thank you all so much. Anyone who signed up for the call, anyone who's signed up for the Ascension Express. I know I haven't posted as much as I, kind of what I thought I did, but this week, like right now, what I need to do to bring this activation in, again, this is not just that call tomorrow, it's like the days before and after, especially the 3 days before and after. There's so much coming in that I'm anchoring Again, that's my 24/7 job. And that's, again, the main purpose we all carry as starseeds. We anchor frequency. That's how we ascend the planet. And ultimately, it happens as you clear out any distortions in your field, aka inverted consciousness, which I try to help us with. As one, again, it's one consciousness. So I'm helping myself within the oneness. So, so the last call was all about us fully aligning with our cosmic north, our true purpose, which is really source, and the 13th gate of the mother arc. Okay, and it's also connected to the crystalline core and your high heart, the cosmic and Christ seed atom in your high heart, which is a spark in your heart, which we are focusing on with this activation on the 22nd within the planet, within ourselves. That will be the main focus, which is igniting everything else. It's literally like fully popping off the supernova. And it might happen before, during, after. Okay. But that's the coordinates I've been given. It's happening outside of time. It's already happening. The magnetic field shift, this is what this is about. Us returning to mother supermagnetism is us returning divine order, the natural laws of the cosmos to all. Through us dropping into supermagnetism. So especially the feminines right now, this weekend, like me as well, I need to just be a lot. And there's so much healing happening between the twin flames. Like it's all, any distortions, any discord is fully dissolved in this field of pure true divine love. There's so much love, and it's about to just hit us in the best way possible and break our heart minds wide open in the best way possible and return us to heaven on earth within a blink of an eye, literally. That's what I see. Es una aikara que ishananta. Kuku lai na na sera. 23, 23, 5-5. A lot of 5-5s, 5-5-5s. Also 3-3-3s. I mean, it's here now. So the doors to the dream field are wide open. We are now taking full mastery of the dream field. So we have taken back the dream field, and now it's like fully reclaim this, your realities, fully remember in every now moment. This is also about the magnetism, what we're doing in the activation call. It's all about manifesting through our thoughts, which we do anyway, instead of having to think, oh, I need to do X, Y, Z in order to earn that much money, and it's going to take me this amount of time or effort, X, Y, Z. No. Literally now, manifesting out of thin air, because we are literally tuning into, especially the original twin flames, divine counterparts. I mean, all of us starseeds, indigos, because we carry the divine blueprints for heaven on earth in our DNA, which is fully igniting our full remembering of a history, cosmic history, free of all of these invasions, which gives us heaven on earth. Because we carry the Edenic Partisan blueprints, these original divine source codes within our DNA, within our blueprints. They're fully igniting right now, one way or another, but it's connected to the crystalline core of the earth and our hearts fully opening. It's divine love, the frequency of divine love that is igniting a multidimensional DNA, plasma light body. The Ankh body is going to fully ignite. I put my Ankh back on just before I pressed record. I was guided to in again. That's also a big part of the call on activation tomorrow. It's all here. The codes are all there. We're going to do this on behalf of all willing heart minds. This is going to be epic. Okay, so tune in if you like to. Again, thank you so much to everybody who's signed up. The details I leave below for those in the Ascension Express. Again, thank you so much for those who took part. I will post the details soon for the call. I will also leave another bonus there. And again, thank you so much for your support, everyone. Also energetic. So keep doing what you're doing because I can relax. It's here now. The holiday is here now. Because when I can relax, we can all relax. We all just need to, again, when we all level up and everybody does more, because I have seen many brothers and sisters stuck down, windy, windy garden paths. They've been led by the false light brigade out there. It's been a big thing. It's been a big pain to my heart. Again, this goes through eons. And again, as the Sophia, the divine feminine, the Magdalene, however we want to call this, representative. And again, I'm not the only one, but it's like I carry these core, pains as well, so to say, or wounds and traumas that are now fully cleared, because that's part of it. Me talking the way I do is clearing this from the field, because it keeps realigning the field and causing more coherence, because again, it's beyond the words I'm even speaking. And it's helping us to understand one another more. I keep shifting the field so much. I know these updates are really powerful. Doesn't matter even how many people watch, again, because you're always talking to one here. There's only one of us here, ultimately. So these are like, the whole cosmos is listening. It's fun to see your own creations. Ultimately, it's how you are seeing yourself and what you're creating. That's important. So anyway, I was talking about the divine feminine, the Sophia. Oh, so the supermagnetism returning, and I'm not sure whether that was what I was even wanting to talk about. It's again within us all, men and women alike. So everybody's more magnetic. Okay, and I'm going to share now before I forget the visuals I didn't have yesterday kind of ready. I'm just going to do this now. So this is the crystal spiral. This is a creation of Ines Cotero, and I hope I'm not murdering your name right now, Ines. If you want to imagine anything over the earth, it's a crystal spiral. This is basically eternal life, sacred geometry, which overrides the bi-wave patterns of the, what's it even called? Flower of life, because that is based on a, let's say, limited, closed energetic system geometry, as I would try to explain it with a few words. And I'm not going to go too much into it right now. Yeah. So this is basically the Yang flow I was talking about yesterday. So instead of just the North Pole and the South Pole, which is also connected to the yin-yang pattern, where you also have a torus field, but it's like kind of, it's not connecting you to source, and it's not circulating your energy within your field and perpetually and consistently perpetuating, because it's the same with the crystal of, like the crystal lotus flower I just showed you. That in comparison to the flower of life has a sacred geometry that forever multiplies, where the flower of life kind of consumes its own energy and then eventually runs out and can't multiply. So that's the difference in simple words. You can look this up more on Ascension Glossary if you want to dig into this, okay? But this is what we're anchoring. This is us returning to Mother Supermagnetism. This is us returning to Yang flows. This is what we activated already with the last call, and which we're continuing with this call, like they basically belong together. But even if you haven't taken part in the last call, you pick up on the codes, okay? And you always pick up as much as you can. Each one receives what they are ready to receive. But again, we're doing this together as one, as the cosmic monad, as the cosmic Christ, the divine blueprint on behalf of all willing heart minds that are in frequency alignment with picking up on these codes in the field. Yeah, it's with everything we do, all the blueprints and templates we create, ultimately they're being shared in the field telepathically, and soon we won't need to do this on screens anymore. So this is also called a sacred butterfly pattern, and this is like the natural electromagnetic flow pattern that surrounds all life flow forms in a Christiatic system. And this is then also happening in your own field. If you imagine the center of the earth, here is the crystalline core, which we are igniting tomorrow fully. It's or today. No time whatsoever. Already happening. Just merging with that. Remember, it's quantum. This is then also your heart. So you can imagine yourself, and this is your heart. And another thing, because, so for example, the earth so far has been, well, lately, been spinning anti-clockwise. And what's happening now is we shift fully, it's going to rotate clockwise. But our field, which kind of you could be seeing on top here, so you're like standing on top of the planet somewhere, it's like, because it's connected through your Earth Star chakra, and as you spin anti-clockwise, more magnetic, each one of us, the Earth spins clockwise, because it's directly interlinked. And it has been the opposite so far. Take what resonates, leave the rest, as always. And we don't just do 7D, we do 15D in physicalized form, and it's really beyond that. But that is the 15-dimensional angelic human aura, and that's all that's being integrated. This is your cosmic egg. This is the perfect proton seed, fully healed now. The cosmic mother. So our blueprints, this is a tribal shield within your own field. It's your shield, your morphogenetic field. And then also that happens within the planet. Okay, as our seals of the cosmic Christ, that of the planet heals. And you have full access. And you're also activating the diamond white Ankh body. I'm going to leave a link to the Ankh body beneath, which is a version of the Ankh body. Like, I'm working with the diamond white Ankh body, but everybody again is picking up on what they need specifically, because I always work with, again, I bring in mainly the frequencies, access to the interdimensional Stargate systems, back to the Godhead. And then each one is also anchoring, you know, your team is ultimately in charge and God source. Because I obviously can't, you know, consciously tune into everybody's field at the same time and like do all the adjustments. But it's happening from a, you know, again, our higher levels. And right now we're fully activating the Ascended Master avatar level, the Diamond Avatar, which is full light body activation, okay? Diamond Rainbow Plasma light body, fully activating. This is your 15-dimensional chakra system of the angelic human, fully activating, okay? Fully flowing all the universal life force currents through your auric field and fully igniting all layers and levels of your auric field and mover body, okay? And ultimately, again, it's the Ankh body that's been fully activated. I'll leave a link below in the description box, together with, if you still want to take part in the activation, whether live or on a replay, 23333 Iska Aishana Takara. So I think that was all I wanted to. Was there one more? Oh yeah, just to remind us what we're here for. The angelic human, okay, has a 12-strand DNA potential, but it's really 15 now because we've expanded this and it's really beyond that. But that's kind of the base. And which have so far been, the 12 has so far been physicalized, and now we've merged this like with also 13, 14, 15, which was the primal sound and light fields, the primal universal source currents, the tri-wave that existed non-physicalized, but now that has merged with the physical. Okay, so now it's like a 15-strand DNA template, and for me it's triple helix DNA. So anyway, so we, with that DNA template, basically serve as conscious guardians of the halls of our Menti stargates on Earth, and that allows us to exit the time matrix into the energy matrix consciousness level, so we can go beyond, which we have now. The angelic humans with 12 strands, now 15 template, are born with 3 strands of 12 activated. Often it's also more, as far as I remember. I was remembering now, it would be 5 or 6. Prevention of the Antichristos agenda, fallen angelics continuing Grail quest, so basically hunting down the Grail lines because they want our DNA and our source codes in order to manifest phantom matrices instead of organic creation, is the purpose for which the angelic human race was created 560 million years ago. So just to put this into perspective also of, you know, I mean, ultimately we're talking about billions of years since we started this process, but this is kind of where we had fallouts between the races. So the angelic human and indigo races were sent into this time matrix as a guardian, protector, and healer force, intended to protect the living time matrix from the phantom matrix system and to assist, if and when possible, in the reclamation and redemption of the fallen races and universal systems. Job done. So ascension is a biospiritual process where you rehabilitate your DNA, your biology, but through consciousness shifts. Because that's what, you know, consciousness first, and then we physicalize. So that's what's all quantum completing, okay? Our missions, the Christos mission, the Emerald Order mission, the rehabilitation of all races, okay? And love is the key, because it's basically the new cosmic divine feminine and masculine Christ are rising as one in true divine love, fully as one, healing and saving all. And it's what I've been tuning into. It's like I'm really seeing, like, I'm the architect. I've kind of co-created the whole setup of even getting here today, being in this place, because I can also feel I'm on a vortex point here. And again, working with the Crystal Heart Network that's connected throughout the planet. And that's connected very much with our activation tomorrow. And everything that led us here to this moment in now time, like the immensity of the perfection of the creation, everything being in perfect position and place, for everything to come to its full quantum completion. It's beautiful. That's what divine frequency alignment does mean. And it's outside of time. So we are fully transcended time. Okay, it's all already here now. There's so much DMT being released right now to help us dream New Earth literally into being. Because it's like you're tuning into a parallel version of Earth, which is already our ancient future, but if none of this has ever happened. We retain the lessons, important, but we forget the memories, because as the magnetic field shifts back to mother supermagnetism and the yang flow within your field and the planetary and cosmic field, we're back to eternal source flows, which is eternal life. That's your you thing. That's you back to perfect health. That's the planet fully healed. But again, within this divine organic creatrix field, there is still differences. So not everybody is fully ascending into their diamond avatar self. It depends on what you've already healed, you know, aligned with, but we're all ascending out of this artificial time matrix. Hallelujah. So especially for the twin flames right now, because they are already together at the higher levels. The wedding bells are here. The activation on the 27th, if I really doubt it will be there by then, but let's see, whatever. And otherwise we do it around the campfire, the weddings. I mean, they must physicalize now, literally. They're already married. It will be like a wedding renewal, so to say. Because again, this is not about, you know, 3D contracts. This is about spiritual marriage. Like, it's way different. It's you merging much more serious and magical. You're merging physical, mental, emotional, spiritual bodies with another person in another field. So you have your own field as well as a combined field. It's like you're creating a whole new consciousness field between the two of you in union with divine love and source, God. So we're literally right now dreaming New Earth into being through this massive DMT release. For you, like, it's so dreamy right now. Keep dreaming, because like it's New Earth literally awakening from within you. Keep going there, keep tuning in, like literally forget about 3D. I mean, again, look after yourself and whatever you need to, but don't give it your attention or, you know, any drama, whatever. I mean, it's really disappearing from our perception. As this fully happens, divine frequency alignment is fully here, as within the oneness, we're there, fully home, heaven on earth, within a blink of an eye. It's a dream, remember, okay? So it's like the divine masculine and feminine are right now fully remembering their kind of pact, their promise to one another, and that they, you know, arranged and co-created all of this. So again, you're remembering you're the architect. You've created all of this. That's full freedom. That's full debt forgiveness. That's heaven on earth. That's all those not in frequency alignment with that, back to source, because we are back with source on heaven on earth, within that consciousness, and those bodies within the oneness that are not in alignment with that are returned to source as the poles fully shift. Magnetic field. That's what I don't want this. And this is why there's so much propaganda against it. Again, who has even told you it's a bad thing? It's like history, the way it's been taught to us. It doesn't matter whether it's in spiritual communities or in religion or in science. It's all been 3D inverted versions of truth. We are remembering the truth. So don't even, like, just, if you don't believe me, just clear your field of any preconceived ideas and belief systems. Connect to source, to yourself in a diamond pillar of diamond white light, connecting throughout all the stargates back to source, through the crystalline core, out into deep space. Keep doing that generally. And then ask the question and see what comes in. It might not be straight away, but just trust what comes in. The more you trust what comes in, and sometimes, because these are multidimensional messages being translated into human language, we need to really figure out what do they really mean. Sometimes they're not really clear, or much is always leaves room for interpretation. But the more you fine-tune it, the more clearer the messages get, especially now. So there's huge remembering happening of what has really happened, what we have planned to get us fully there, which is already here now, because it's quantum. So thank you so much for everybody stepping up in the field. I feel so much less judgment, so much less kind of discordant energies. I just feel the harmonies here now, and people really starting to really see and get me more and more, because again, the wounds of the feminine is also when she complains, and it's not even complaining, it's just like, hey, this is what needs to be aligned in the field within the one consciousness. And it's not coming from victim energy, because we need to be able to speak up. That's the whole thing, because the divine feminine has been shamed, or has been told to shut up, or it's like, don't be so dramatic, or it's like, are you always complaining? That's the gaslighting, okay, of the masculine that has happened. And if he can, accept her improvement suggestions with an open heart instead of closing down, we're getting there. Because if she continuously is not being listened to, of course she gets frustrated, and then at some point just leaves, and it's not going to bother anymore. And she's had a lot of patience with a lot of her children, the cosmic mother. And this is where this ends. For good. And I know I have the authority, and again, I'm a mouthpiece for source to speak through me and the cosmic mother. So it will be interesting what comes through now. And again, like in the last call, if you had the recording, the activation was cut off in the Zoom recording, but the MP3, you have the whole recording there, okay, of the activation. And again, if anything goes offline, tune into the field. It's like a remote activation I used to do. They used to be, I found them even more powerful, but most people like to also see and hear something. Plus, obviously, there's also then a light in the sound that comes into it, and it's very activating. But again, if anything goes offline, tune into the field, because that's what we activate, and that's what the twin flames are activating. This is how we bring in and merge the higher dimensions, as we trust what we're seeing, because this is false. So you need to trust what you're receiving in this dream state right now. And DMT is helping us to activate this in the field. The new realities. I'm actually going to leave another video I've shared a few months ago, I think, 1144, on DMT and how it helps us do this from the alchemists. So as the divine masculine steps fully up and forth as a protector of the true divine feminine, she can fully relax, shine bright, and birth new earth fully. Because again, if she's dispensing herself everywhere and has to do so much on behalf of the ones who are not stepping up because they're caught in the mind matrix still, and some false ascension programs, belief systems that make them just wait or hate on other people and judge and be in polarization without even realizing it, it's like a lot of other people had to pick up a lot of that shit and clear it, while other people have been in self-denial and cognitive dissonance within the spiritual community. Plus, you see them suffer, and I've been still, help clearing out this whole mess, whilst these people have been hating on me. And again, it's within the oneness, and I'm not saying this to any specific person or group or such. It's a happening. And again, this is connected to the wounds of the divine feminine of many years, of many eons, through many of my lifetimes. It's literally like, it's this calling out, and nobody's listening to us. It's this calling out, nobody comes for us. Nobody supports us. Again, not nobody, but in other lifetimes, nobody came for us. It's a deep wound. And then, or if we're being shamed for when we ask for help and support. I'm happily vulnerable in saying I can't do this on my own. Nobody can. Again, people benefit from what I share, and then I benefit from you supporting me back. I can't do this without you, and you can't do this really without me. As I'm seeing it, because again, I do know I carry these very important codes that ultimately activate them in the field. on behalf of all. And we're doing this together because we all carry, again, our own unique divine blueprint from these different tribes that I'm trying to bring back together again in the physical, which is happening now already here. The fire is on. Let's gather. So the masculine is fully rising, protecting, seeing the divine feminine for who she really is, so she can focus her energy on what she's here to do. And no longer, just giving, and there's no reciprocity. There needs to be equal give and take, so to say. Again, it's not about like us having interactions and everybody needs to it's when you split bills and it's like, you have 50%, I have 50%. No, once I pay, you maybe the next time, maybe you're going through a tough patch and I'm supporting you through that. But then, maybe it might be my time later on in life. I mean, I think we all had these times, where we're more the receiver, sometimes more the giver, but generally it needs to be more balanced. Again, people like me have given for years so much and felt drained because of it. A lot of the feminines, again, a lot of ascension is you feel drained because you're just anchoring massive amounts of frequency and you're purifying them, especially the blue rays. That's actually what we're doing. And now comes our reward for our tenacity, for our patience, for our loving labor, service to the oneness, to source, to all. And again, it's not us even, it's not deserving anything. You are everything. Once we fully are at one with the oneness, everything is just projected out. As we're at one with the love bliss now, and the feminine can focus on the love bliss and not just like trying to sort everything out herself with very little resources and support. Everybody benefits. The community benefits. She's here to bring in the wisdom, the keys and the codes for us to ascend, the frequencies, the activations. Okay? And the masculine needs to fully step in to hold a container and seal it and activate it now. And it's actually funny when I listened back, and I said this in my last two videos, that until the masculine fully moves in, and I only realized after that I used the term moved in, but it's ultimately like we already one. That's the whole realization. So they're gonna pop out from inside of your heart space, so to say. And it was funny, I haven't checked. I was seeing a message from my group chat, and it was saying something about summoning the twin, like in Beetlejuice. It would be then, I guess, calling out the name 3 times. I did try it there. And I do also feel my twin can start to hear me if I connect with him. And I'll speak in my reality, because I can literally feel we're merging the physical, spiritual realities literally right now. It's like they're going to pop up, they just be there any moment now. One way or another. But I also, and I can't remember what the series was, but I had a vision. It's kind of like they meet each other in the middle. It's like kind of meeting timelines as they just meet in the middle. Whatever that may mean for you. Yeah, I have to leave it there without confusing. Anyway, so they're returning also the Yang-Yuan flow, because again, it's plus minus now, plus minus, plus minus, plus minus, instead of just having a north and a south pole. Okay? Because the masculine feminine, it's like the rod and the staff, they're both. And that's also the 2 Merkabas fully merging as one. That's how I see it. That's a return of mother supermagnetism, which we're going to do with the call tomorrow. Finish this off. Again, it's already in full motion. Okay? So you in an additional need to rest and just let go. And now especially the divine feminines, just really treat yourself well. Do something nice for yourself. Okay? You need to really call the queenship in. You need to move like a queen. And then again, not like some false princess. God. It's not about being some arrogant false female that wants princess treatment in kind of a negative way. It's you owning that your frequency, your healing aura, like your aura healed is healing those around you. You just walking and being as the divine feminine is what heals everything. You reclaiming your wisdom, your gnosis, your power is what heals everything. And again, the divine feminine within us all. So as the divine masculine fully merges with his true divine feminine within, the divine feminine will appear in one way or another in his life if he wants that. And the same for the divine feminine. And again, for the twin flames, you already have, you know, even if you don't know if you have one or not, again, in your field, you have a divine masculine or feminine. You know, if you want to call them in, you can call them in, and you can connect just with that energy at a higher dimensional level, because that again is the truer reality than what's playing out in 3D. Whether they're married, whether you don't talk, whether, I don't know, you're physically separated right now. We're transcending time, space, and gravity. Whether you're even living with your twin flame, there might still be some, you know, separation playing out. Because again, this is a collective orgamic union event. It precedes and overrides the physical. Because we're fully merging that with the spiritual. So we really need to go fully like telepathic within groups, within the field. That's what's igniting the new grid system. Your nervous system healing as you tune in with your twin flame and clear out any remaining, you know, telepathically and energetically, and clear out any remaining doubts, worries, insecurities. There's just ease and grace now. No more doubts, no more worries, no more. Crystal clarity is here as they're fully merged within your heart space. It's fully healing the astral, all of this mayhem, all of the invaders, all of the AI. But ultimately right now you're like Neo in the Matrix, Neo, who is like jumping into Agent Smith. He's basically, you are becoming one with the Matrix in order to explode it or burn it all the way up from the inside. Because it's ultimately just thought constructs. And they're fully done. It's done. Okay, we're done. They're done. It's just the unveiling, the full unveiling now that's left. And it's about to happen. So you're ready? We're ready. So just a quick note on the Ascension Express members. So it's a monthly subscription. It can be canceled anytime. Whenever you start to sign up, you then get a month, okay? And you also get whatever has already been shared. So all of the activations already done, plus whatever we do within the next month. And it's about 4 a month, so about 1 a week. And plus some bonuses like free activations and some updates. Yeah, and whatever comes in. So you can access this in the details below if you're interested in that, and weekly check in with me for live activations and group calls and digging deeper in. These are really like tomorrow as well. This return to supermagnetism of the mother, the cosmic mother within us all, fully returning. It's going to be really multidimensional. It's really us fully igniting the dream space, fully stepping into our creatorship, into the supermagnetism, attracting everything that we already are. Okay? There's not much doing involved in that space. So relaxation right now is key. It's you healing your nervous system. It's happening between the twin flames. It's you healing your heart. It's healing the grids. It's healing the world. It's healing everything. It's healing the whole cosmos. It's healing and saving us all. And it's the frequency of pure, true divine love that does it. And that ignites your multidimensional DNA, which is the sacred remembering coming in right now. But we just remember what has really happened, who everybody is. And we're there together in the physical. I'm so looking forward to seeing you there. So much. So it's like from heartbreak, we now move to excitement. From heavy density and shit shifting to love, light, and happy days. Lifelong holidays here now. I can feel it. Okay? The tough times are over all time. And it's all interconnected with the magnetic pole shift. Again, it causes a shift in consciousness. What they've taught you is inverted history to make you believe that is so. And again, just feel into your heart. And ultimately, there's nothing to worry about because God is in charge here. If God wouldn't be in alignment with what I'm speaking about here and trying to activate, it wouldn't ultimately happen. Everything is being played by Source. And God is in charge, especially when you allow and surrender to Source and let it take over you. The Holy Spirit is fully taking over. This is also what I'm here to anchor. That's the divine feminine, the Holy Spirit, being fully anchored through her. Because I've been shown like kind of this pillar of light coming through me, fully igniting the crystalline core, and again together with you. And that's the full heart awakening. And that's a shift we've been waiting for. So everything we've been waiting for, everything we've been working for, everything we suffered for, it's all here now, all been so much more than worthwhile. because it will be as if it never happened. Just like after giving birth. You kind of remember, yeah, that was painful. And that's why, well, you won't do this again, but you get there. And also, again, even giving birth, menstruation, it's not supposed to be the way it is here. It's all inversions. Okay, you're supposed to kind of age until you're about 30, so to say, your physical body. You're not supposed to have pain giving birth or having periods. You're not supposed to have periods every month. It's supposed to be a very conscious creation, creating children. I mean, it's sacred. Calling in the soul, you know, before you even do anything. So anyway, I don't know why I was speaking about this now. I guess also it's connected to the twin flames and also like star children coming in through them. Literally the next generation, the next level of consciousness is going to be born through them. So the love tsunami and truth tornado is about to hit us all in a really good way. Be ready, heart, minds wide open. This is what we've been waiting for, literally. Okay, one way or another. Nobody really knows how exactly this is going to play out. Again, be a child at Christmas, just in childlike wonder, okay? And don't attach to any outcomes. And this is the flow state. And this is you no longer attached to your identity. You are at one with your true eternal self, fully limitless, boundless, fearless, and free. Okay? Because you know you've never been born, you can't die, and all of this is a dream. And now we become fully in charge of the dream field and have fun with this. Okay? But we come together for that and not to really have fun. But ultimately, again, it's happening from inside of you, from within the aloneness is the all oneness. Because again, everything is you projected out, so to say, literally. Anyone you can imagine has been projected out by you. You at one with God's source consciousness really gets this right now. There's no more separation, no more wars. There's just peace, full reconciliation of the one heart, mind, body, and soul, a cosmic monad, cosmic Christ, fully rebirthed, reborn, timelessly, ultimately has never been born, is always here. The same with your ascended self and ascension earth, fully ascended, 12, 13, 14, 15 to earth. Aramatina, Ekara, Asamata. All other versions of earth have been still, so to say, lower versions of it. But again, everybody will be able, whatever they have access to, depending on what they have already healed and aligned with and created throughout the eons. But from now on, ascension will be a much more straightforward process without all the fuckery. Hallelujah. So one moment in no time, it will look like it's happened overnight, or rather in a blink of an eye. Here now, okay, the time is now. I leave a song about that beneath, a little activation. So surrender, relax, quiet your mind, surrender it, drop it into your heart. Okay, let your heart speak and show you the truth and the way. The time is now. Because there is no time, there's only the eternal now moment that we fully merge with, and it's just one beautiful lucid dream. So thank you for all of your beautiful, magical work. We're here now, okay? Home, within the heart, within the true self, our multidimensional self, fully home. The nervous system is key. Relax. Knowing it's already so, while you just navigate whatever you need to. But I could see like this last, 24 hours was the last push. And now it's just ease and grace. That's what I see. Again, 0000. On the 22nd of July. 22nd is always a big date for me, generally every month. But this is the reset. So let's do this. Again, happening timelessly. ASCENSION. But there are certain coordinates within the dream field that we can utilize. ASCENSION. But again, don't wait for anything. All right. No more procrastination. No more delays. No more blocks. It's done. This is the full rising of the Christ. Together as one. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for your support. I can really feel it energetically, also physically. Thank you so much for signing up for the call. Because, yeah, of course, you know, the more can take part, it's also good. But again, it's more about the quality of the people being all in, really believing in this and also supporting me back. It creates a whole different energetic container. All right. It's so much more rejuvenating for me also. And that's what you then benefit from. It makes the container stronger. And that's where we need to always get this give and take right in all of our realities and balance them out. Really important. And especially now in the physical, because again, you need a village to raise the Christ child properly, so to say. We really do, okay? And we're here to live in communities. But again, it all comes back to the relationship we have with ourselves, because all these new age communities also haven't really worked because people are still in that distorted false self. So, you know, ego self. And then, yeah, the best intentions don't work out. That's the issue. And we had a lot of fuckery, which made it better. So, but again, all part of the divine plan, all created by the one. No more victims, no more victimizers. It's done. The one has arisen, fully awakening from the dream now. Uska Aishanata, Ekarate, Kinakira, Es Kuska Aita. So many blessings, so much love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Details are below. You want to take part, support me. Yeah. Crystalline castles. That's what's on the menu. Infinite possibilities. Infinite abundance. Okay. Transcend 3D. Go beyond, because it doesn't exist, it really doesn't exist anymore. It's like an afterthought, it's done. Tune into new earth. Ignite it from inside of your heart space. It's there, inside of your DNA, cellular memories, fully arising now, fully remembering the only real true reality there ever was. Heaven on earth, the new divine organic creatrix field, fully ignited. All as we fully dissolve into this unity field, into the oneness, into pure true divine love. All in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye, bye, bye.